The latest report from the IMD suggests that this winter will be warmer than usual. But the critical question here is, what impact will it have on food production in the country?
India Meteorological Department has issued winter forecast of temperature and rainfall on 1st December. As per this forecast, the temperature, especially the night temperature, is expected to be slightly above normal. There is good probability that temperature over northwest India and adjoining central India will be higher than normal.
Winters are a very important season for agricultural production in India. The rabi harvest accounts for nearly 50% of India's total crop output. These crops are sown after the monsoon rains and harvested at the beginning of the spring. The most important and most consumed crop in India is wheat. Along with wheat, crops like gram, mustard and corn are cultivated in the rabi season, and winter temperature plays a significant role in crop yield.
There is an overall impact of the climate change in terms of the rising temperature, but at the same time, there is also increased variability of the temperatures.
The increasing variation in the lower and higher temperatures can severely affect the crop's growth, and if the cold waves this winter turn out to be less intense in the December to February period, the output of rabi crops may be compromised.
There will be certain days which will be higher with our normal conditions compared to what we experience normally. So therefore, in other way, we can say that the frequency and intensity of cold wave during December, February, and December is expected to be below normal. There is an optimum temperature range for each type of crop cultivated in the country. And especially if we look at the northwest India, usually we have the rabi crops in terms of wheats, and we have got the mustard and many other pulses. So this rise in temperature will have the impact according to the stages of the crop, like sowing stage or vegetation stage, or it is flowering stage or the harvesting stage.
For instance, wheat needs an optimum temperature of 14 to 15 degrees Celsius when ripening. Temperature over 24 to 25 degrees Celsius will cause transpiration in wheat plants, and the yield can go to considerably low ranges. But against these odds, the Indian government is still targeting the total crop production, which will be 4% higher than last year. From the 315.7 million tons output last year, India is targeting 328 million tons to satisfy its domestic needs and export. Following a harsh summer with heat waves, last year's wheat production was below expectations. Adding to that, the variation in winter temperature may affect the yield severely. Agriculture economist and expert Shweta Saini says, as per IMD, if northwest India is to get relatively normal or little hotter temperatures in coming winters, then timely advisories to the farmers will help. For example, an extra round of irrigation can help counter some of the yield losses due to hot temperatures. Temperature and the stage of the crop cycle is important to monitor.
Future point of view, there are different varieties, heat resistant varieties. So they can switch, like even if there is a warmer winter. So there is not much of yield loss for them in the future. And ICR, they recommend the spray of potassium nitrate, KNO3, at the rate of 0.5% at this boot leaf stage and anthesis stage, so that they minimize the yield loss to address this issue. And so they can do that. And if they have already done crop insurance and through this Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, if they have already done that, so if there is facing any crop yield losses, they can report. Like they have an app, crop insurance app, where they can download and they can just report. So that way, even if they're having those yield loss issues, so they should be able to at least get the reimbursement for that.
Along with wheat, rice production was affected by the variation in the rain this October and November. Since both the staple crops have suffered yield loss, can the country handle an upcoming yield loss for wheat?
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views, and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, and LinkedIn.